Graphic Desires is a psychological erotic thriller that follows the life of a lonely young graphic designer named Andrew, whose ordinary life changes after he becomes obsessed with a mysterious woman he meets online. The film explores themes of desire, fantasy, manipulation, betrayal, and the dangerous consequences of confusing online attraction with reality. Andrew lives a quiet, isolated life and spends most of his time working as a graphic designer. Although talented, he struggles with loneliness and lacks meaningful relationships. Hoping to escape his dull routine, he begins browsing social media and chatting with strangers online, where appearances can easily hide the truth. During one of his online sessions, Andrew comes across an incredibly attractive woman whose profile immediately captures his attention. Their conversations become frequent and increasingly personal. She seems to understand him, making Andrew believe he has finally found someone who truly cares about him. As their connection grows, Andrew becomes emotionally attached. He begins imagining a future with her and starts neglecting other parts of his life. His growing obsession makes him ignore several warning signs that suggest the woman may not be telling him the whole truth. Eventually, the mysterious woman agrees to meet Andrew in person. Their first meeting appears exciting and romantic, but there is an unsettling feeling beneath the surface. She remains secretive about her past, avoids answering certain questions, and often disappears without explanation. Andrew becomes even more captivated after spending time with her. His judgment is clouded by attraction, and he begins making risky decisions simply to stay close to her. Friends and acquaintances notice that he is changing, but Andrew refuses to listen to their concerns. As the story progresses, strange events begin surrounding Andrew. He discovers inconsistencies in the woman's stories and starts suspecting that she has hidden motives. Small clues reveal that she may be involved in dangerous activities and could be manipulating him for her own benefit. Andrew tries to uncover the truth, secretly investigating her background. The deeper he digs, the more disturbing his discoveries become. He realizes that much of what she told him about herself was fabricated, leaving him unsure of whom he can trust. Tension continues to rise as Andrew becomes trapped in a web of lies, deception, and emotional manipulation. His obsession prevents him from walking away, even though the relationship is becoming increasingly toxic. He constantly struggles between his feelings and his growing fear. The woman begins using Andrew to achieve her own objectives, taking advantage of his emotional vulnerability. He finds himself caught in situations that place both his career and personal safety at risk. What began as an online romance slowly transforms into a psychological nightmare. Andrew eventually confronts her, demanding the truth. During their confrontation, several secrets are revealed, exposing the extent of the manipulation. He realizes that his fantasies blinded him to reality and allowed himself to be controlled. The situation escalates into dangerous confrontations involving betrayal and desperate attempts to escape the consequences of earlier choices. Andrew must decide whether to continue chasing his obsession or finally break free before everything in his life is destroyed. In the climax, hidden motives and long-kept secrets come to light. Andrew finally understands that the relationship was built on deception rather than genuine love. His emotional dependence nearly costs him everything he values. By the end of the film, Andrew survives the emotional and psychological ordeal, but he is forever changed by the experience. He learns that appearances, especially online, can be deeply misleading, and that unchecked desire can cloud judgment and lead people into dangerous situations. Graphic Desires ultimately serves as a cautionary psychological thriller about loneliness, obsession, and the risks of placing blind trust in someone based solely on attraction and online interactions. Rather than celebrating romance, the film warns that desire without honesty, trust, and self-awareness can lead to manipulation, heartbreak, and life-altering consequences.